Imagine standing at the base of a massive mountain. The peak pierces the clouds, shrouded in mystery. You're told that on the summit lies the secret to everything you've ever wanted: success, happiness, fulfillment. You feel a rush of adrenaline. You're ready to climb. But what if I told you the true treasure isn't at the top? What if the answer lies in the climb itself? Today I'm here to share a story that will shift the way you view your goals, your struggles, and your dreams. This is not just a motivational speech. This is a call to embrace a deeper truth about life. So let me take you on a journey, one step at a time. Once upon a time, there was a young woman named Aria. She lived in a small village where success was measured by how quickly you reached the pinnacle of your goals. Aria had big dreams. She wanted to be an artist, someone whose work could inspire others. But in her village, no one cared about the process of creation, only about the masterpiece. One day, Aria met a wise old man while painting by the river. He watched her for hours, not saying a word, as she meticulously worked on her art. Finally, he asked, "Why do you paint?" "To create something beautiful," Aria replied, her brush pausing mid-stroke. The old man smiled knowingly. "And what happens if no one else finds it beautiful? Will you stop painting?" Aria frowned, unsure of how to respond. She had never thought about painting for the sake of painting. In her mind, art only mattered if it received applause. The old man handed her a simple wooden carving, a bird mid-flight. It wasn't perfect. The lines were uneven, but there was something magical about it. "I carved this when I was your age," he said. "Not for anyone else, but because I loved the feel of the wood under my hands and the sound of the blade as it shaped the grain." Aria stared at the carving. "But what's the point if no one sees it?" He leaned in, his eyes sparkling. "The point, my dear, is in the doing. The joy is in the creation. The moment you live for the applause, you forget the magic of the process." Aria decided to test the old man's wisdom. She began painting, not for recognition, but simply for the love of it. At first, it was hard. She had been so conditioned to seek validation that painting for herself felt almost selfish. But day by day, she discovered something remarkable. She started noticing the way the sunlight played with the colors on her canvas. She felt the rhythm of her brushstrokes, the whisper of the bristles against the surface. For the first time, she wasn't painting to finish. She was painting to feel alive. Months turned into years. Aria's work improved, but more importantly, she improved. She became more present, more attuned to life. People in her village began to take notice, but by then, something had changed in her. The applause didn't matter anymore. What mattered was the connection she felt to herself, her art, and the world around her. One day, someone asked Aria how she became so successful. Her answer surprised them. "I stopped focusing on being successful. I focused on the next brushstroke, the next color, the next moment. Success? That was just a byproduct." Now, let me ask you this. How many of you are chasing a summit, believing that happiness, fulfillment, or success is waiting for you at the top? How many of you think, if I just achieve this, I'll finally be enough? What if I told you that this mindset is stealing your joy? You see, when you're fixated on the outcome, you're like a runner so obsessed with crossing the finish line that you forget to feel the wind in your hair, the strength in your legs, the rhythm of your breath. You miss the race entirely. Life isn't about the destination, it's about the climb. It's about waking up each day and saying, "How can I give my best today? How can I enjoy this moment?" The truth is, you can achieve anything, but not by obsessing over the end result. You achieve it by pouring your heart into the process, by showing up every single day, and by learning to love the effort. Here's what I want you to do. Think about your biggest goal right now. Maybe it's starting a business, writing a book, or mastering a skill. Now, ask yourself this. Are you doing it because you love it, or because you're chasing the reward? If the answer is the latter, it's time to shift your perspective. Start small. Focus on the first step, the first word, the first stroke. Feel the process. Immerse yourself in it. Celebrate the effort, not the outcome. Remember this, results are temporary. Growth is permanent. The person you become on the journey is the real reward. Imagine a world where you woke up every day excited, not for what you might achieve, but for what you might discover. Imagine loving the effort so much that the results became secondary. That world isn't a fantasy, it's available to you right now. So the next time you feel discouraged, remember Arya's story. Remember the old man's wisdom. And most importantly, remember this: the journey is the reward. Now go out there, climb your mountain. Not for the summit, but for the climb itself.